store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, ready? 560. Check pink.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Ritter. Open man is Palmer.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Check white.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
Now, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Go.
Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it's 2nd down.
The Raiders at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming on back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start to drive with White. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Okay,
Here's
ready?
a 2nd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd and 5.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Come on, come on. Hey. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Throwing now is Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Here we go.
Now
here we
a
go.
2nd and 10. Stroud.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by Adams.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Quick, yellow. Fight, 97. Set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The Ritters, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
Smash, red. Red, cycle. Needle, blue. Hut, hut.
They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Claws red. Slide through.
Ritter to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up?
Here's 2nd and 7.
Drill green. Set.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Pass taken in by Mayer.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Blue striker. Ready?
Ritter on 1st and 10.
He shakes him off. Flushed out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Algier gets the toss right.
Powering forward, fights off the defender, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of
touchdown Raiders! Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Stroud now on 2nd down. This ball complete to Trey Palmer.
And he's got room.
Now he's free up the left sideline. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Trey Palmer, 91 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and take.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On first down, Ritter. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
Ready?
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
52 blaster. Hut.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Red, yellow. Ready.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Kalijah Kancey.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Got it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Ready.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
22 needle. Steel, black. Blaster, 6. Ready, ready.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Okay, right. Shot, 17. 6, mega. Hut.
Ritter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage,
But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second down, Jacobs. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. You hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Stroud looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
White. Black shot.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Smash, red.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. He'll let this go for Adams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter.
There he goes, left side. Still going. They can't stop him. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Stroud's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Ritter off the play fake. Mayer there to bring it in.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Striker, 3-3. Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's complete to Palmer.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go. Third quarter.
Hey, go steal.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Okay,
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud.
Throw left side taken in by Palmer.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
1st down, here's White.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's a running back. Yeah, that's Rashad White, who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. will step aside.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's complete right around the 8. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Quick throw complete. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
79 Broncos. Bronco 80. Smash.
They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
132 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Red, cycle.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First down, here's Ritter.
Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle, because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Oh, a good move. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Come on. Seven Pirates.
Play action. Stroud now.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taysom Hill, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on second and long.
Ritter, throw left side, is hauled in by Palmer.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Fly through.
Ritter to throw it.
That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Now a give to Jacobs running right.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Drill green. Blue striker. Ready?
Ritter now on 2nd down.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right. Oh, good move.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Green Jack.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Trouble, 38. Ready.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Carlson is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
On second down now, it's Tucker, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Stroud on third down now. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the Bucs first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Tucker, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. This is 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
He stiff arms it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Red, yellow, set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's complete to Adams.
And he's going to have a runner first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
Watch out now, 60 Fury. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here now a third down and 8.
Black Ultra. Steel, black. Hut, hut.
Here's Ritter.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Stroud.
Rolling to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Here's second down.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Mustang 19.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. Connecting with Hill.
And he works free. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Raiders, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10.